Hello everybody and welcome to Super Saturdays. Now, today I have a very special video that I'm excited to do. Today, let's start that bit again. On Tuesday this week, Skyhook Games, you may never heard of them before, but Skyhook Games released a new piece of DLC. Based on a railway line, it's obviously for train sim, as you can see. It's based on a railway line in Wales. It's called the Corris Railway. Now this is a really exciting thing. I actually can't describe how excited I am about this. So I'm going to show you it. I do have a couple of videos lined up already, but I'm going to slip this one in first, just because it's a brand new product, so I want to show you. So let's get into the scenario. I'll give you the run-up of what the scenario is. So, the Corris Railway has only recently opened. It was closed down. Now it's been reopened. And this is a scenario, I think it might be based in 2005, possibly. Where it was the day when locomotive number 7... It's not an original, it's actually a replica. The originals actually ended up on the Tafflin Valley Railway, I believe. Number 3 and 4, I think they were. I don't know what happened to the other numbers, but this one here was built as a replica to replace some of the locos that they'd lost to the Tafflin Valley Railway. So let's get into the scenario. So it's the day that the loco arrived. Welcome to... I apologise for my Welsh now. I'm slightly Welsh. I'm part Welsh in my blood, but I can't speak Welsh, so let's just do this. Welcome to Maithpoeth. I'm never going to be allowed to visit Wales again, am I? The main centre of activity on the Corris Railway and southern terminus until the extension to Tanny Code is completed. Today, we welcome back Corris number 7 from its visit to nearby Talion Railway. That's the one I meant. So maybe it wasn't. Maybe this is one of the original locomotives. I thought it was a replica, but apparently it's one of the original locomotives that is coming back to the Corris Railway. They've obviously brought it back. It's a shame they can't buy the other ones back, but we'll have to see. Maybe in the future they'll get them back. We've made a bit of steam in the boiler, and it's now time to unload the loco off the back of the low loader. Need a bit of sound. Let's see if that goes. See if it goes well, shall we? As you can see, the little loco sitting on the low loader. Right, in the cab, here we are. Set the reverser to -75% and release the loco brake. Open the regulator enough to get the loco moving, and then close it. Be ready on the loco brakes to control the speed as you descent from the lorry. Be ready with that brake, it's a sharp descent. I've done this scenario once, and it is a mighty sharp descent. It's horrible. Once off the lorry, continue into Brinlinwood head shunt. Close this message box to continue. So, before we do that, I'm going to pause the game and we're going to have a little look at the locomotive supplied here. So this one comes with the package, Corris Railway number 7. It's actually a really nice little locomotive. You can see it's a first for a train simulator, narrow gauge track. Very exciting. Oh, going through the lorry here. If you're wondering what the lorry is, the DAF. Hello. It looks a little bit sad. Don't worry. It's a happy day. You've brought the locomotive back. Come on, be happy. Right, come on. Let's get going. Actually got 2 whistles, which is quite nice. The first one's the main whistle. A bit funny on the sounds, but oh well. Not much I can do about that. We've got a second one as well. So they're both quite nice. So what we're going to do, we're going to set the reverser to negative. Get in the cab. The window's open as well, which is quite exciting. We're going to turn around. Now, as you can see, it may not look too steep, but it's really very steep, this hill. So, let's do a Do a little toot on the whistle. Let's get going. Come on. There we go. We're moving. We're sticking on the brakes. Brake. Apply the brake. Apply the brake. Apply the... Where did the track disappear? Right. Okay, so we are off the lorry. We lost a couple of points. We're on minus 43 for drive quality and speeding. But apart from that, didn't go too bad. So we're going to casually cruise down here. We're going to apply some brake. Apply some more brake. Apply some more brake. It took me a while to work out how this brake works, but it's like the Class 66 in that you build up a certain pressure in the brake by telling it how much brake to use, sort of thing. So you go up into apply, it puts on more and more brake until it gets to a specific pressure. Then you can do run and it releases some of that pressure. So we're going to release the brake completely here. We're going to pull forward a bit. And then we can stop here, I think. There we go, release the brake, and we've arrived. So this is where we need it to be. Let's go have a look in this shed, because there's a bit of stock. Excuse that box there, right. Okay, so we've got... These are actually the wrong way around. These coaches only have doors on one side, as they're not... They don't really need them. All the platforms are on the same side. So here, we have car number 21, third class. This one's car number 20. And then we've got some small wagons here. We've got some slate wagons. And we also have a gravity wagon, which I will show you towards the end. Right, press G to change the points ahead, and then pull forward into Massipoth down loop, and await permission to run to Corris for a test run. We're not going to press G. We're going to do it properly. There you go. Change the point. Couple of whistles. Not very good whistles, but the sounds in the actual game are a lot better than what's recording. It's just because it doesn't really agree with it, sort of thing. It's a bit funny with the sounds on here. I'm streaming it again from my laptop to the Mac, so that explains the sounds. Right, the stopping point is literally just here. So we're going to put a little bit of brake on, put some more brake on, and stop. There we go. Right, so the game will look a little bit more choppy on the recording as well, but in real life, or on the actual computer that's running this is a really nice route. Usually, like, big, heavy scenery routes, the game just doesn't like. But this one, it really loves it, because... Right, before you take Loco for a test run to Corris, let's have a quick look around that place. I'm not going to bother saying it anymore. You know, you can read it. Extensive fundraising and redevelopment have allowed the building of the carriage shed in 2009. Maybe it's not 2005 then. It is the base for carriage and wagon construction and maintenance. So that's this building here that we were having a look at. Do a little whistle while we're sitting here doing nothing. We're also going to get the locomotive filling up with a bit more water. Doesn't take very long. Put some in the boiler, that's what I mean. And stop. There we go. Next, we have the engine shed and museum. The shed is a Grade 2 listed building and was re-roofed with the funding of the Heritage Lottery Fund. All passenger service include a guided tour around the engine shed, museum and carriage shed. See, before they released this, I never actually knew this railway existed, but I really want to go now. This is such a nice run. It is a really nice run along the railway. as you'll see in a minute. Nice old engine shed there. Now you may depart to Corris for a test run. I forgot we were looking backwards, right. So we're going to make sure the blower is open. Versa is on forward. Okay, let's try that again. My computer was full up. But without further ado, release the brakes again. Take 2. Right, we're going to leave the blower open, which is what makes in the blower, not the blower, the cylinder cocks, that's it. You leave the cylinder cocks open, which is what makes the steam come out the front, until this goes red. Because that means if this goes red, we're losing pressure. If it stays green, we're gaining pressure. We're going to go in the cab here. Get out of the way, mate. You're in the way. That's one issue I've consistently found with this route. The people can be anywhere. When I say anywhere, I mean anywhere. Right, I think I saw the pressure going, so we're going to close them. And we're going to roll along. I know there's a bit of a downhill here, which is why I've stopped accelerating. Do you see? We're starting to speed up, so I'm going to put the, no. Oh, actually, that's not bad. We're not speeding up anymore, so I will keep the brake like that, I suppose. Now, when we get to the bottom of this hill, just on around here somewhere, that is then when we can start accelerating. Just take a look at the scenery, though. See, look at that. You can really get the sense that you're actually in a Welsh valley. If anybody's ever been to a Welsh valley, I have. They're really nice places. But you can actually really get the sense that you are in a Welsh valley. It's amazing. Right, I'm going to start producing some more power. Right, turn off the power a bit. Keep this at a nice steady rate. 1 in 100 gradient here. Little foot crossing there. Do the hooter, do the whistle. Put a bit more power on. There we go. Pressure's looking good. We've got 50 PSI, pressure per square inch, if you're wondering what PSI was. Let's just, there we go. My controls are broken for a second. Let's take a screeny. Oh, there we go, a screenshot. Beautiful little locomotive it is. Put a little bit more power on, I think, because we're slowing down on the 1 in 45 gradient now. So it's got steeper. There we go, we're on a 0 in 0, so we're completely flat currently. But it does go up again in a second. Track curving round. It's just nice. It's just a really beautiful route rolling through the trees. It's not a long one. It's only about 2.5 miles, just under, I think. But it really is worth the money. It's only £10, so it's the best £10 I've ever spent. It's just. I've never been to this railway. But I've been to a few miniature railways. They've just got that really nice feeling about them. Do you ever get that? There's just something about them that is special almost. And this just brings it all out, I feel. Like, you can just imagine this. You can imagine just being like across the valley. We go over across the valley, you look through the trees, you can just it's just nice watching it go along. Past some houses. Do a little whistle. Anyway, we're going to start coming into Corris in a second, which is the end of the line. And it slowly starts to level off here. We're on none, okay? We're on a completely flat piece of track here. There's a crossing here. So I'll do the couple of little toots there. A bit hard to make out, but go. Little crossing, there you go. The flange squirrel's nice as well. Stick the brakes into lap. That is the we're gonna start to brake a bit. I'm gonna release the brakes. Go see, look, that guy's right in the centre of the track there. And slowly come to a halt. And let's have a look around Corris, shall we? Looks like, to me, that the track may have possibly been... The platform may have possibly been two-track. So there's this little footpath thing here as well that doesn't really seem to go anywhere. So I have a feeling that maybe single track all the way along there. But then possibly once upon a time had a second track along here running on this side of that wall when the wall wasn't there. The Corris Railway Society purchased the only surviving buildings from the original railway and in 1970 opened the Corris Railway Museum. With a short selection of demonstrating track and along with a short section of demonstrating track, the long road to reinstate the Corris Railway had begun. This building still contains a museum and ticket office. So as you can see, as you will notice, remember, we were literally just kind of flying past this bit. Take a screenshot of that. Because the hills going in the background, and right over in the corner, in the far up here. Isn't it just nice? During the 1980s, a light track was laid between Corris and Maespoth. I'm gonna say Maespoth because I'm not 100% sure how to say it. This was upgraded over a number of years before the first official passenger train in 72 years ran along the line in 2002. You got a nice shed here as well. You may now return to Maespoth Down Loop. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I probably am. Got the buffers here. Oh, these buffers are kind of evil. If you were... Because at first, I was playing around with this yesterday on a quick drive. Free roam, sorry. Just like running the coaches up and down the line a couple of times. And the front of the train went through... The train didn't actually get at all... stopped by the buffers. That's the word. Stopped. It just carried on and ended up about here. And then it worked out that the buffers were supposed to be there, and they got glitched in here, and it was all stuck. But anyway, we're going to be late, so let's open the cylinder cocks, and release the brake. Couple of toots of the whistle, and off we go. Back to Maespoth. I think I should actually just stop saying that, to be honest. Just in case I offend anybody. There we go. Right. Okay. So 1 in 100 slope here. Gonna put it onto lap because we don't quite need the brake yet. Right, we're on the completely flat now. I'm going to close the cylinder cocks. Like so. Do it. Do it. Do it. Just... There we go. Fully goes. Right. Now we've got to watch our speed. We're going to use this brake tactically. The fence is nice as well. It wiggles in and outwards. We didn't do the whistle whistle for the crossing. Oh well. I'm going to apply a little bit of power. There we go. So regulate slightly. There we go. Close it and let us roll along here. Tree. This tree's kind of annoying. I always go through this little gap in the leaves. Right. Let's put some brake on. Tiny bit more brake. Tiny bit more brake. Bit more. There we go. Slowly slowing down. I'll probably release a little bit. That was too much, so I'll put some more on. Put it on again. Put it on again. I'm going to start speeding in a second. That better be correct. 12.9. I mean, we're kind of speeding on the 12, but okay, come on. You can do this. No, it's going to go over. Okay, put a tiny bit more brake on. There we go. Coming back to that crossing in a second. Everything looking good in here. I'm going to apply some water because we have too much pressure. It usually gets to about 58 psi and then it just releases some. But to easily get rid of it, you can put some more water in the locomotive if you need to. I'm going to fire some coal. Now there's a cool animation for this. There you go. We have this bit open and this bit. Watch it again. There you go. Okay, we're slowing down. I just saw that on the speed here. Right, we're completely flat again. I'm going to open the regulator a little bit more. Right, so you'll notice about this, that's not what I meant to do, this is what I meant to do. We don't actually have a tender on this locomotive or any kind of coal behind. The coal is in these bits. It's loaded in and then it's obviously hidden away. Probably so it doesn't get wet and blown away and all that kind of stuff. It's a good idea, really. And then the fireman gets it from in the bit here. And we're going to turn that off. We're going to apply a little bit more brake. Here's the crossing. Do the whistle for that. Release the brake a little bit more for this. And there we go. Across the crossing. We're going to do something a little bit more fun in this. Well, I say it's fun. This is a really fun locomotive to drive. But for all you more thrill seekers, I'm going to show you something that I reckon you'll like. Let's put some more regulator on. We're now going uphill. I'm going to reduce it 12%. Let's see. 23? 15 maybe? 15. I think that seems to be all. Actually, no, it's making the speed up. Let's 12. There we go, that'll do. Because we're coming into the station. These buildings are the station anyway. There's the lorry. Again, the DAF. We are stopping in the loop that we were in before, just outside the signal box, I believe it is. Oh, the interior of the signal box is modelled as well. Let me show you the interior of the shed and the signal. Oh, an outhouse. There's an outhouse there. Interesting. Right. Come on then. Let's start the stopping process. With a little bit of brake. We're on this stretch of track here, I believe we need to stop, so there we go, slowing down. Let's turn around so we can see what's happening with this end of the loco. And apply all the brake. Brake. Hang on. We've got a little bit of regulator on, that was right. And stop. Let's have a look in here. The nice levers are all modelled. You can actually see the train. There you go. What have we got up here? Danger. Track with no buffers. Yeah, the lorry's not always there. Sometimes the lorry's not there. Then we got the engine shed, which is quite nice. It's old wooden. You can see how it's like old, but it's new and old because it's been restored. And they even made a little bit of a kitchen in here, more so you can look through the window and see it. But erected Adelaide something like that. 1878. So that's when it was built first. Toilets there as well. Thanks, driver. All seems to work fine. We will leave the loco here and here ready for the workshop staff. Well, surely for the workshop staff we put it in the shed. Interesting. Right, I'll be right back in a second. I'm going to show you something. Okay, so we're back. And you may be wondering why... Well, the season's changed, first of all. That's one notable difference. We're just staring at a bit of track. We're in the same place as we were before. I'm just going to do this. This is what we're driving. Well, we're not really driving it as such. It kind of drives itself. This is a gravity wagon. Now, what they used to do, this is like a pretty old thing, really. They used to, well, I say old, it's like, this is before the days of actual steam locomotives. They used to get a horse, put it on the end here, and then the horse would pull up a small train of these onto the top of the hill. Then they'd load it up with, we'll say, stone, because maybe they're quarrying stone at the top of the hill, with coal or something. Then, they release the brake, and they roll all the way back down the hill. And they just use gravity to do it. No locomotives. So, really, this is like one of the most eco-friendly trains out there, I suppose. Just horsepower. 1 horsepower. So, yeah, as you can see, we're at Corris again. Same place as we were before. And we are driving the gravity train. So, it's kind of like a roller coaster, to be honest. Right, here we go. On the first Sunday of the month, the Corris Railway runs a gravity train. People sat in a couple of open wagons and heading down the incline, trying to reach Tanny Code. Release the brake and get going. No need to worry about line speed. Use the usual keys to the train brake and hopefully we stop at Tanny Code. Right. So we have no control over power. There is no power on this train. Hello. Oh, I tried something. Don't use this on the Holiday Express route. That's funny. But it kind of goes out of control, so you want to keep your hand firmly on the brake. Right, we don't have really lights, but no, we can't put the lights on anyway. The other one doesn't even have lights, but release the brake. Let's get going. Guard will blow his whistle. I also put this on the London to Faversham high speed because there's a nice hill there. It didn't actually pick up that much speed, but it's really creepy because I put a ton of these wagons down with the people and they just look really weird. So, don't do that. that's a bit strange. Right, so all this bit of the line we have already explored. This also will act as a demonstration as to what's to come. So sit back and enjoy the ride. We're going downhill now. Okay, I also thought I'd give a quick mention to the fact that there's actually 2 driving positions in this one. You can look there, or you can be down here. I think we're going to stay here because it's more central to the actual railway, and you can just see what's going on better. slightly more consistent at lower speed, lowest volumes. You see, we're picking up a bit of speed now, rolling through the trees. Foot crossing is just up here, I believe. Bit of a kink in the track there. Wobbly wobbly, very wobbly this is. Get off the foot crossing, I'm coming through! And across it. Where we start to go uphill, so we will lose a bit of speed here. What we're going to do, we're going to fly ahead over to here, and we're going to watch it. Here it comes. Not going to touch the brakes or anything. We got no accelerator, just gravity. I'm guessing the purpose of that hill there is to slow it down so it goes through the station at a reasonable pace. Ready? Take a screenshot. There we go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We're going to run down the end of the platform here and watch it go. Right. So this bit we haven't been on. The bit we've been travelling on is currently open for the Corris Railway. This bit here, so the track that comes... Now, this is all new. This doesn't exist in real life. They have plans to open this bit, which hopefully they will get done. Hopefully they'll be able to actually make it reality and extend the Corris Railway, because this would be... it'd be a nice short run, but come on, this extra bit would just make it that little bit better. There's a bit of controversy over it because it runs right by the main road. This bit actually reminds me the reason for its initial closure. The Great Western, who used to own it, I think it was always narrow gauge, the Great Western Railway could not afford to maintain it against the erosion of the river. Because there's a river down there, we're on the edge of the valley here, the river cuts straight through the valley, and it was eroding the wall and the rails, so they just couldn't afford to keep it going anymore, so they decided, we don't need it, why not just get rid of it? And it was closed for about almost 80 years, I think, before they decided they were going to reopen it. Well, they probably decided they wanted to reopen it when it first closed, but they didn't actually have the money or anything to until recently. Do the whistle across the crossing here. There we go. There's a bus stop there, I never noticed that. How many buses do run along here? I made a workshop scenario actually. A bus replacement rail service. That's what it's called. It's on the Steam Workshop, it's called Bus Replacement Rail Service, I think. Something like that. So, you can go download it and play that if you like. Basically a scenario, I'll give you the run-up, where the buses aren't running because it's snowy and there's roadworks, so you have to drive the steam train. But be careful, because I'm going to show you, I failed the first time I tested it, because I lost too much pressure, so you want to watch that water pressure, that boiler pressure. Right, here we go, our first other station, Españolog or something. Going round a really sharp turn here. There's the river, just down there. A great bit. There we go. Not far to the end of the line now. breaking point coming up on our HUD here. So when the message comes up, round the corner, there we go. Probably a good idea to start braking and gently come to a halt at Tangy Coat. I'm going to daredevil it a little bit. Right, okay, let's start braking. Let's start the braking process. Here we go. Just up there the station is, I believe. A little bit round the corner, another straight, and then we curve back and we're in the station. We're slowing down nicely. There we go, apply a little bit more brake. Second to last corner, along the last straight, and we're on flat railway now, so we should be able to brake pretty easily. I'm going to release some of the brake. Let's put some more on, and in the corner round, there's the platform. We're going in the run round loop, because we don't need to be in the platform today, even though we've got people. And stop. Perfect. There we go. Well done, gravity train. You've done well. I'm guessing what would happen now is that the little steam locomotive will come along, hook up to the back of it, and take it back up the mountain, back to the depot. As it's finished its run. Here we are. Tanny Coat, possibly. Well done, you made it in one piece. Well, you made it in one piece, well done even. We got a couple of bits of scenery here. We've got a tunnel that's slightly glitched, but that's something I thought I'd better point out. There's that, which comes up over here to a little car park. Where are we going? Why do we have to choose the long way to go? There we go. Oh, there wasn't a short way. I thought there were stairs. Oh, they go a different way. Okay. So we got a car park up here. We got a little road that comes down. I'm guessing this is a campsite because of the signs here. It's a little parking bit, so yeah. Ooh, look, a Welsh dragon there. So, yes. I hope you have enjoyed this look at the Corris Railway. This is by Skyhook Games, published by Dovetail Games, and I think this is probably one of the best pieces of DLC ever. When you get into the passenger trains and stuff as well, there's a freight service and all sorts, so really good. So I'd just like to thank Dovetail Games and Skyhook Games, and also the Corris Railway for working so closely with them and allowing them to produce this. Hopefully we can see some more DLC and maybe even some other narrow gauge railways in the future. But for now, I would like to say thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!